Hello everyone, my name is Vince. Welcome to Yin Yoga. For this class, you'll need props like bolsters, pillows, a rolled up blanket or towel, and I hope you have 2 blocks or bricks. Come into a comfortable seated position. Just take a few moments to fully arrive. Right here, right now. Body, heart, mind, gut, all connected here in the present moment. What can you notice? What can you observe? How have you improved the past few days, the past few months? What has changed? What has developed? How have you gained wisdom? Sometimes it's not really about big drastic changes in our environment around us. Sometimes what's necessary is balancing our mind despite all the chaos, the negativity, the bad news. We trust that there is a reason for the timing and occurrence of everything. How can we feel gratitude and joy amid all the hardship, pain, all the imperfections around us? We'll all slowly come into our first yin pose. We'll face the short side of our mat. Come into our all fours. Excuse me, Pepper. Can you step your right foot in between the hands? Can you try to move your left knee as far back as possible? Notice if it will feel good to place props to support the front of your left thigh. Notice if there's any pain on your left knee. It helps when you place a rolled up blanket or a bolster, a pillow under the shins of the left knee. Notice how it feels when you lift the torso up and place your hands on top of the right knee. Do you need a prop to support the right thigh for stability? What you want to feel here is a stretch in front of the left thigh. Just relax, just soften. Can you try to place another prop on your right side? And can you lift your left arm up? We'll try to side bend towards the right side. You can try to land your right hand on top of the brick on your right side. Try to lean back and feel that nice stretch on the right side of your body. You can also place your left hand behind the left ear. Just relax, just soften. Take an inhale and slowly come up. Can you place your left hand on top of the right knee? And can you see if you can try to twist to gaze towards the right shoulder? Can you place your left hand behind the sacrum or on top of the buttocks? Notice the stretch on the left thigh. The left side of the belly. Try to ground yourself fully on the mat with the right foot, with the left knee. Slowly, can you see if you can bend that left knee? See if your right hand can reach for the inside of the left foot. And then you'll notice a very strong stretch in front of the left thigh. Just relax, just soften. We won't stay here long. You can slowly release that left foot. Take an inhale, slowly face front. This pose called Dragon is one of the most challenging Yin Yoga poses. In Yin Yoga, we try to relax as much as you can. Of course, in this Dragon, it will be a challenge to really not engage the muscles. But still try to apply softness, introduce softness where you can, and that's what the props are for here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, can you slowly just try to place the props aside? We're going to use that later. Place your hands on the mat, both hands. And then we'll slowly walk the hands closer to us. Can you try to move your left heel more to the left side? Can you walk your hands closer to you as you slowly try to land the buttocks on the mat? Your right leg is extended. You can move your left knee to the left side if needed. Any adjustment that you need to do. We're all going to slowly fold forward here. Try to bring your right heel forward and away from you. Try to soften and relax, unflex the right foot. You can place props, you can stack props on the inside of the right knee as you slowly fold forward and down. Whenever your body stops, that is your edge. So just try to plug the spaces in between the right thigh, the right leg, and your body. And then just relax your arms beside you, palms facing up. The intent is not really to move towards the right toes, the right foot. The intent is more to fold forward towards the right knee. Notice how earlier there was that strong stress in front of the left hip. We continue to feel that stress here. But the focus of this pose is really the back of our right leg. So notice how we're able to target the different cross-sectional sides of your thighs here. If it's too intense for the hamstrings, feel free to bend the right knee. You can support the back of the right knee with soft props. Just relax here. Find that stillness. I know that this pose is quite uncomfortable. But it's very, very good for the tissues at the back of our legs and in the lower back. These tissues that tend to shorten and tighten, especially as we sit a lot these days, staying at home, working at home, maybe having less movement than we're used to. Here we are trying to lengthen our tissues, improve circulation, try to soften the feet, soften the legs. Find support where needed so that you can come into a sweet spot. Your body might open up and release after a few moments. So feel free to adjust the props lower. Just notice and feel the sensation of this full body stretch. Try to soften, try to relax the muscles, and just feel how this stress at the back of our legs penetrates very, very deep to try to target the connective tissues. Try to improve the flow of energy in our body. Notice the mind, notice the heart. Take an inhale. Slowly try to energize your hands and your arms. We'll roll ourselves up. Can you gently place both hands on top of the left thigh? And we'll just gently come into a twist, gazing towards the left shoulder. Take an inhale, we'll slowly face front. Now, can you slowly, I give you two options here. The generic shape is to place two blocks behind you. If you don't have blocks, please place a bolster, a pillow, or a prop that can support your back and head as we will make our way to lie down on these props. So if you have a block, ideally, place them behind you crosswise. The block that is closer to you, for the ladies, your bra strap will land on this. For the guys, maybe below the nipple area. And the block that is further away from you will be supporting the skull. So slowly see now if you can come down on your forearms. Just do this gently. You can do this a few times. So move the block. Try to support the middle spine. And then just try to rest your head on the block that is further away from you. Do you feel stable? Do you feel grounded? You can extend that right leg, or if it's too much for you, you can bend that right knee as well. Step the right foot on the mat. Just try to observe the body, the bones. Try to notice where there is any injurious sensation, any unnecessary discomfort. Like if your bones on the inner left foot are hitting the floor, you can place a blanket, a towel under the left foot. Notice how this pose applies very good stress on that left ankle to open up the ankles. Notice how it places your left knee in this full flexion. You can bring the arms up overhead. You can grab opposite elbows. You can also place a pillow under the arms if you need support, so that the arms will be more comfortable. Try to allow the joints to simmer. The ankle joint, the knee joint, the spine enjoying this back bend. Notice the balancing effect of stimulating the flow of energy in our body, prana or chi, brought about by applying static holds and moving our spine in different directions. Stretching the legs, bending the legs. Try to relax the feet. Try to relax the legs. Try to soften the groin. Soften the belly, the chest, the arms. Try to relax the face. We'll all slowly and gently come out of this pose. Please bring your arms beside you. Try to place the elbows and the forearms on the mat. Take an inhale, energize your arms. We'll slowly try to come on our right side as we gently extend that left leg, and we'll remove the props from behind us so that we can rebound and rest from this pose, lying down vertebrae by vertebrae. Feel the length of your spine. Feel your heavy pelvis. Notice how it feels to extend the legs. Can you bend the knees, hug the knees to the chest? Can you point your feet towards the ceiling? Try to straighten the legs. Place your hands on the mat. Slowly allow the legs to come down. And when they're around a foot away from the mat, we'll try to hinge forward, come to seated, and gently swing the legs back. Come onto our all fours. Step the left foot in between the hands. Try to move the right knee further back. So again, your choice to place props in front of the right thigh. See now if you can slowly come up on your fingertips. Maybe you can place the hands on top of the left knee. See if you can find stability. But if you need support, you can place a block under the left thigh. Notice and feel And try to observe the sensation in front of the right thigh. Notice if there's any injurious feeling. Try to soften, try to relax. If you have another block, you can place them on the left side. You can place your left hand on top of the block and lift the right arm up as we side bend towards the left side. See if you can lean back. See if you can feel the chest open, the rib cage. See if you can introduce softness on your neck. You can place your right hand behind the right ear. And just relax, just soften. Feel the stretch on the sides of your body. Take an inhale and slowly come up and place the right hand on top of the left knee. We'll gently come into a twist. You can place your left hand behind the pelvis. Take an inhale, slowly bend that right knee. Maybe your left hand can reach for the inner right foot and feel the stretch in front of the right thigh here. We won't be staying here long. We'll slowly release that right foot. Rest that right foot on the mat. We'll gently remove the props, set them aside, place your hands on top of the mat. Can you slowly move the right ankle more to the right side? Slowly walk the hands closer to you. You can move the knees, you can move the hips as you straighten the left leg in front. You can move the knees, you can face it to the right side or wherever it feels comfortable. Try to protect the bones of the right foot. You can place a towel, a blanket under the right foot. We're going to fold forward towards the extended left leg. Again, nothing too stiff. Feel free to bend the left knee if needed. You can place a prop under the legs. And try to place some props on the inner left knee. You can stack as many props as needed. You can use as many props as you need in this pose as we fold forward. Just relax your arms beside you. Rest your forehead. Bless you, Pepper. On as many props that you need. If there's space in between the belly, the chest, and your left knee, you can add as many props as you need to try to support yourself. It will feel good to place a prop in between the belly and the thigh. Just relax here. You can try to move your left heel away from you. Feel that nice stretch at the back of the left leg. Just soften. Just relax. How can you introduce relaxation to an uncomfortable moment? How can you introduce softness where there is tension? How can you direct compassion, understanding on all of the body parts, the tissues that are complaining, the muscles that feel stiff? How can you rest your mind? So that you can come closer to this point of stillness, of calmness. When we feel our busy minds that are usually all over the place, when we notice them settle, when we feel the grounding, the centering of our body, we're usually in an active state, assertive to reach our ambitious goals, striving to survive. And not just to survive, but really how to thrive. But when we're always in that busy mode, it might lead to burnout. So it's good to introduce moments of stillness, calmness. We try to rest so that we can manage our energies. It's that constant balancing act. Notice how we're able to cultivate internal energy here. Please take an inhale. Slowly energize your hands, your arms. We'll slowly roll ourselves up. Place a prop behind you. It can be your bolster, or ideally 2 blocks. Can you place both hands on top of the right thigh or the right shin? Try to elongate the spine as we gaze towards the right shoulder. Notice how this twist feels. Notice any sensation on the legs. Take an inhale. We'll slowly face front. Keep the legs as they are as we try to set up for our half saddle on the other side. So a choice of your bolster. If it's a bolster, you can just place them vertically behind you to support the back and to support the head. But if you're using a block, we're going to place the blocks crosswise behind us. And again, for the ladies, the bra strap will land on the block closer to us. For the men, right under the nipple area. So see if there's stability there. If not, you can come back on your forearms, adjust the block. And try to adjust the block that is further away from you so that you can also support the skull. And notice the stretch, the stress in front of the right thigh. Notice how we're able to open the ankles on the right leg. Notice how this back bend feels. Slowly, can you bring your arms up overhead? If you need a prop, you can place a pillow, a bolster under the arms. Just relax here. Notice if you need any further adjustment to try to take care of our body. You can bend the left knee, step the left foot on the mat. Extending the legs would be more intense, extending the left leg. When we're able to apply these long static holds, on areas, specific target areas where our meridians pass through, we are applying acupressure to these meridians to try to bring harmony and improve the flow of energy. Similar to acupuncture, but without the use of needles. In this case, we're able to target the stomach and spleen meridians, which run through the front of your thighs. It is very good to improve the health of the stomach organ, which stores and distributes nutrients from the food, water that we take in. It's believed that a deficiency, disharmony in this meridian, results in unexplained and unnecessary worry. Slowly bring the arms beside you, elbows, forearms, leaning on the mat. We'll energize the arms. We'll slowly try to come up, bring the head, the chest up. We'll slowly lean on our left side as we gently straighten and extend our right leg. We're going to remove the props from behind us so that we can just rest. Can you bring a block beside you? We're going to use it on our next resting pose. For now, just feel and notice the release on the legs, the knees, the back. Can you please bend the knees, step the feet on the mat? Can you grab your block, try to place it on the lowest height? If you want to be higher in this supported bridge pose, you can use 2 blocks and just stack them one on top of the other. We're going to place the block under our sacrum, the triangular shaped bone above where the buttocks round. Please make sure that it doesn't hit any part of the spine, the lower back. Once you find stability, see if you can straighten the legs. Just allow your feet to point in their natural position. Try to relax your feet. Try to relax the legs. Bring the arms up overhead to try to extend the stretch to your whole front body. It's like we're breaking the fascia in front of your body, giving you this nice
stretch. Notice and feel the calming effects of this mild inversion. Just relax, just soften. Notice if your mind is here in the present moment, conscious of the sensations in front of the body. Noticing the rise and fall of the body with each breath. Observing the mind and our emotions. If you catch your mind that it is not in the present moment, that is already a sign that you're being in the present moment. Just don't be too hard on yourself. Don't judge. Just observe. And as you observe here in resting awareness, we're able to slowly feel being in the present moment. Being in the present moment is one of the best gifts that we can give back to the universe that gives us these moments. Cherishing, appreciating, and living each moment. A lot of times we use the present moment being in the future or staying in the past, all at the expense of the present moment. Slowly bring the arms beside you. Gently step the feet on the mat. We'll take an inhale. We're going to lift our hips up. We're going to rest our pelvis on the mat. We'll step the feet wide apart. Kiss the knees together. And just rest here in the present moment. Worry-free, regret-free. That is how we can cherish and value the present moment. Can you please bend your knees, hug the knees to the chest. You can place props on the right side as we slowly and gently bring the knees down on the right side. If there's space in between the knees, you can place a prop and then just extend your arms out to the sides. Try to anchor both of your shoulders on the mat. Try to feel this twist along the back. Feel the massage happening in the belly. Where else can you introduce softness? The feet, the legs, the belly, the chest. You might want to bring your arms up overhead. You can grab the wrist or opposite elbows. Just relax here, just soften. Many times we'll notice that we're holding tension in our body. A lot of times it's in our face, our facial expression. And maybe we can observe the mind as we wear these hard expressions and hold tension. Is the face, is the body demonstrating emotions that we are carrying with us from the past? Or are we worrying too much about the future? The elders always share that most of their worries never really came through. And there's this painful cycle of worrying. We worry for our loved ones. They worry about us. And the result is just that chronic misery and sadness or suffering. Why do we worry? It's because our mind's perception of the future is quite limited. It is based on our limited knowledge. But when the future happens, it brings with it tremendous amount of knowledge that is incomprehensible to our mind. That's why our mind cannot predict the future. And all the limitations in our mind causes that worry of what we cannot control, of what we cannot see. And the antidote to worry is faith and hope. Just doing our best. Hoping and having faith that everything will unfold to our favor. Slowly bring the arms beside you. And then we'll very gently try to bring the knees back to center. We'll hug the knees to our chest. You can place your props on the left side. We'll gently bring the arms out to the sides and slowly bring the knees down to the left side. So notice if there's that gap in between the knees. You can place a prop in between so that you can support the bones. You can move your hips to the right to give some space. Feel the balance. Feel the release. You can bring your arms up overhead. You can grab opposite elbows. You can gaze towards the ceiling or towards the right armpit. Just soften, just relax. Enjoy the sensations in the present moment. Cherish being here right now. There's this cartoon wherein one of the characters said that the present is called the present because it is a gift. What is our natural reaction when we receive gifts? Gratitude and thankfulness. So So every moment that arrives is a blessing, is a gift that we should be thankful for. When we do not recognize the value of the present moment, when we take for granted these moments, they just leave us and go away. But when we cherish each moment, when we find the beauty in each moment, it stays with us forever in our memory and in our body. When we are thankful for each moment, we feel the richness of life, the quality of our life. People who are richer than us materially, if they are not thankful for their moments, do you think that they are happy? Someone like us who has less but appreciates all the blessings of each moment would feel how we are truly blessed. We are breathing, our heart is beating, we are living. Moment by moment flows through our lives. And instead of meeting these moments with worry, we set ourselves free and just enjoy the grace that comes with each moment, coming from the wisdom of the universe that knows everything and so much more than our mind. We'll slowly bring the arms beside us. We'll slowly and carefully bring the knees back to center. You can place props under the legs as we make our way to rest our body, to try to reboot and reset in our Savasana. Your feet can be as wide as the mat. Your arms just resting beside you and palms facing up. Take rest in awareness. Allow your body to heal. Can you bring awareness back to your bodies? Can you slowly and gently introduce movements to your fingers, toes? Maybe you can rotate your wrists and ankles. Can you extend your legs? Extend the arms. Give yourself a nice long stretch. And then can you bend your knees, hug the knees to the chest. Slowly bring the left arm up. Allow the knees to come down on the left side. You can bend your left arm. Use your left arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, use your right hand. Slowly push your body and come up. You face front and end our practice how we started. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. The light in me bows down to the light in you. Please take care. Please stay strong. Namaste.